Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from the beautiful Boynton Inlet here in Boynton Beach, Florida. I'm all mic'd up. I certainly hope the audio is good today because there is a nice breeze coming in, which I'm very appreciative of. And hopefully some boats will be passing by. Miss Tammy's doing the camera work. They give you guys a little bit of scenery there. Everybody's going to go out today on Sunday and enjoy themselves. The ocean is nice and flat. So today is Sunday, and you know what that means. Well, it doesn't have to be Sunday to thank the good Lord for what we have, but we especially do on Sundays, most people. But that's not what the video is about today. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about, today is a video that I want to bring back into the picture. I've done many videos about Social Security. That's what's built my channel. And we're not going to stop. We can't stop because think about this. Does McDonald's stop advertising? Does Chick-fil-A stop advertising? You have to constantly advertise. Does Coca-Cola? These things have to be repeated. There's so many people that are coming into the age of being retired and they don't even know they can collect Social Security at 62. They don't know if they should. They don't know the numbers, or they've been brainwashed into the scam that you get less money by collecting at 62 than you do waiting till full retirement age. And folks, that's what I call it, a scam. I mean, they're trying to raise the age of getting Social Security to the age of, well, it is already. If you're born in 1960 or later, you have to be full 67 years old. And if you're born in 57, it's only 66 and 6 months. For me, I'm born in 58, it's 66 and 8 months. So they keep raising it because, folks, they don't want to give it to you. They want you to be so old and convince you that you get so much more money by waiting, so they only have to pay you a few years. Why do you think they only want to give survivor benefits to wives at the earliest age of 60 unless they have minor children? Otherwise, they don't want to have to pay some spouse 30, 40 years of Social Security benefits. So the whole idea is the government wants to keep everything, tax us to death, and give you as less as possible. Meanwhile, you got up and you went to work every day of your life and you paid your taxes and you paid into your Social Security, and at 62 years old, it's time to collect. And I say you don't wait a day past. And I can tell you why you shouldn't let a day pass. Contrary to some of the comments I get that people say you get more money or all of this other stuff, there is only one reason. Hi, how are you? There is only one reason, and one reason only, someone should not collect Social Security at the age of 62. If you are a person making a ton of money and you absolutely love your job and you're working banker hours, then you just keep on rocking. You don't even have to watch this video. This video is not for you. But if you're like the 99% or 98% of other people, and you're not in that top 1 or 2%, and you've just been working all your life, you've had different jobs, even if you had a job that does give you a pension, but if you've had multiple different types of jobs, and you've paid your taxes, so you've paid into Social Security, but you haven't been on one job for 30 or 40 years getting a pension, and you're trying to stay on for so much longer. Listen, folks, I got the math right here. And I've talked about this before, but we have to keep going over it because so many people don't even look at videos. I've got 2 or 3 videos back. They're asking me questions that are just a video or 2 ago. And I've already answered these things. So we're gonna keep doing it. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Tim. I got Miss Tammy on the camera back there. And we love you guys and we wanna help you live your life. Now, before I get into these numbers right here, which are profound, you have to understand waiting later in life for anything is a gamble. When you get to be 62 years old, my friends, you are getting up there. You have a lot less runway in front of you than you do behind you. It's just fact. People live, and people argue with me, to an average age of 73 for a male. That is what it says. Okay, yeah, there's lots of people that are 100 years old. I don't know about lots. There's a lot of people that are in their 70s, but that's only a few years past. You can read every day in the obituaries people passing away at 40, 50, 60 years old, heart attack, stroke. You know, all these reasons. You can collect, you can contract anything at any time. You could get hit by a bus. Nobody is promised tomorrow. But if you spend all your life, 1/3 of your life growing up as a kid, the next third of your life you worked every day, slept and ate and drove it to the grind, and you worked. And now you get to the age where you can collect, and you want to just keep on doing that rather than getting out and doing what you want to do when you want to do it, instead of waiting for that 1 week a year where you can take a vacation and it takes you a week to even relax. How about taking a vacation from now on, but working a little bit to supplement your Social Security? You don't need a ton of money in a 401. You don't need a pension to go with that Social Security check. All you got to do is keep on doing what these others want to argue with me about, that they want to keep working for more years, but work less and live life more. So just get your Social Security at 62. You can still earn a lot of money. You can earn all you want that year, as long as you don't go over your monthly amount on your first year of collecting. And on your last year, before you become full retirement age, it's like twice, almost 3 times the amount of money you can make. So there's only a short window of your income that's limited, but you're also in a much lower tax bracket. So I say, even if it's not the money, folks, just living. Because have you seen somebody that's 75 years old? Have you looked at someone 62 and looked at someone that's 70 or 75? Do you not see the difference? I give the analogy of like a 12-year-old and a 17-year-old. One's a little kid and one's like almost a young adult that's, you know, stronger, more active. That's the kind of reverse that happens when you're 62 to 70. I mean, major changes happen in your looks, in your mental thinking of what you want to do, your activity, all of that. What is that worth? Do you want to just throw that away to work 5 more years to get this extra $700 that the government says don't collect? Well, all right, let's get to the numbers. But I just say, even if these numbers weren't so strong, so profound, and so evident that you need to start collecting your Social Security at 62, I say for the one reason alone. Why do you want to turn into some old person or develop some kind of disease or sickness and wait for some money that you're not going to be able to do anything with? You just sit around. You got no energy, no action. Plus, when you quit that job at 62 and you start going to the gym like I do, or walking more, you're able to keep your health going at a more of an accelerated rate than you are while you're working until 67 and only can go to the gym once or twice a week. I can go every day. My schedule is open. I can go do whatever I want, when I want. I decide. I'm in control now. You be the boss. Be a free American. Live free. Now, I get $1,700 a month. I paid my Social Security. I work for myself, and I get a check of $1,700 a month. My numbers, just so you know, disclaimer, do not include any increases that they give us every year, which doesn't amount to a hill of beans, because until last year when we got the 8.7% increase, it's been negligible, because what they do is they raise the Medicare about as much as they raise your Social Security. So it's kind of a wash. So I don't look, and last year was the biggest raise in 40 years. So let's say they don't even raise it a penny, and I get $1,700 a month for the rest of my life. I've committed. I've started drawing it. That's all I'm going to get. That's $20,400 a year without working any extra and supplementing it, of which I can. $20,400 a year for 5 years puts $102,000 in my pocket before this guy that wants to wait, I'm going to say it's me, before I wait till 67 and get this $700 more money and continue working and losing my health. Who knows what kind of job you got, what kind of, health breakdown that is. You might be doing some laborious job. Maybe it's not a banker's job where you're sitting in air conditioning all day, but whatever. At 67 years old, I've drawn $102,000. You're still working. You're still working 40 hours a week, paying into your Social Security, paying your taxes, paying the dry cleaner, paying gas in your car, drive back and forth, paying, work. Somebody gets up on a Wednesday morning, you have to ask yourself, do you have to go to work? You know the answer, yes. I wake up, I forget what day it is. All right. I got $102,000 in 5 years. Now in 8 years, when I'm age 70, I got $163,200. And then at age 75, I would have collected $265,200. So it starts out like 100 grand, then it goes to 164 grand, then it gets to 265 grand by the age I'm 75 years old. Now let's look at the guy that waits 5 years before he draws the first check. He gets that $700 more a month, or her. They get $2,400 a month, because I'm getting a pretty good Social Security check for 62. That's about as good as you get. $2,400 is $700 more. You get that the first year, you made $28,800. That's all you got so far. You just started. I'm already $102,000 up. In 3 years, at 70, you've collected $86,400 at age 70. You got $86,000. But remember, I've already got $163,200. You're all the way up to $86,000. You ain't even got the first 100 grand yet. All right? And now you're age 70. You're only a few years away from the average age that people pass away. And you've only drawn $83,000. Let's take you on up to 75. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. $28,800 a year is what you're getting at $2,400 a month for 8 years, from age 67 to 75 years old. You got $230,000, $230,480. Okay, at 75 years old. At 60, since I started drawing at 62 years old, I've collected $367,200. You've collected $374,400. That's $7,200 more you've collected. Oh, wait a minute. Back up. That's age 80. At age 80, I have $367,200. You got $374,400. You finally passed me. 80 years old. We're both in adult diapers. Okay. And you've got $7,200 more you've collected. Years down the road, it took you longer, not from the get-go. It took you till you got to be 80. You got $7,200 more over until you were 80 years old. That's 13 years, and that works out to $553 more a year you made, or $46 more per month. Now I have one last thing to give you that should be easy to understand. When I surmised all of this, let's go back to the 75 years old. Okay, $230,400 is what you got, collecting at 67 for per year, $28,800. I got at 75 years old $265,200. That's more money by the time we're 75, because I started at 62, you started at 67. I've got $35,000 more than you by the age of 75, because I started at 62 and you started at 67. I have $34,800 more I have collected, and I've been able to work and earn all I want for many of those years, because after 66 and 8 months, I'm full retirement age. I can get out and earn all I want. You're going to have to earn too. You're not going to be able to live on $28,800, no more than I'm going to be able to live on $20,400. Do you think that $8 grand a year makes a huge difference, that you're going to live this wonderful lifestyle over me? I don't think so. So, now, at 75 years old, before you took advantage and went ahead of me at 80, I am $2,676.92 more per year, or $223 more a month I've been collecting on average than you are, and you had to wait 5 more years. So if that confused you or lost you, basically I make more money until I'm 75 years old, and then it takes you from 75 to 80 to pass me by $46 more a month. And meanwhile, for 5 years, I didn't do anything except what I wanted to do, and I worked part-time, and I made about as much money as you are, because unless you're making a ton of money, like I said, this video is not for you anyway. But if you're like most people, do you know the average income in the United States? Averaging every single person that works in this country is 60 grand a year, or 65, something like that. 60 grand, that's gross. So you're gonna take home like 40, right? After your Social Security tax, your state tax, your federal tax, maybe 45. I'm gonna draw 20,400 at 62, plus I can earn 21,000 in 2023, it goes up every year. That's 40,000, and I'm in a lower tax bracket. So it's negligible, folks. And that's only for that few years until I become full retirement age, and then I'm off running and I can do as much as you. But in those first 5 years, while I'm still active, young, look at me, I'm working out, I quit, I'm ready to go, I'm living free. And you want to keep going to that job until you're 67? I don't know what I'm going to look like by the time I'm 67. I'm going to be 65 this year. But exponentially, things can happen. If I was working right now and dealing with a lot more stress and, you know, whatever, I could be aging if I wasn't going to the gym as much as I am. Look at that. Or what about those health issues? What about some sickness that starts coming on me, even if I'm healthy, at 67 years old? What could happen? What would happen to me if I all of a sudden got a heart attack or got cancer and I just started drawing my Social Security at 67 and worked for 5 more years and then I'm out of here? I mean, you have to consider all these scenarios. So what I'm saying is the most important thing about getting your Social Security is just so you get some money to help you work less, only half as often, and you can start living a life. You know, go to the state you want to live in, start taking those trips, buy yourself an RV, go to Disney World more often, go to the Keys, take your wife to dinner more, you know, stay up a little later one night because you don't have to be to work the next morning. Do what you want to do, but I say, as soon as you can, rush it.